Hello everyone, welcome to another Open Mind Intuitive Tarot message. This message will be for the collective and it is going to be timeless in nature, so hopefully you'll get to it at a time when you need to hear the message. And if it does resonate with you, hopefully the message will give you some guidance, some support, some hope, optimism, faith that things will get better or things are going in the right direction. Make sure this deck is all cleared up. Okay. All right, let's get started. Thank you guys for joining me today. Let us get started with your energies. What's going on with you guys? Spirit guides, please connect with the energy of collective, my audience, people who need to hear this message. I'm also going to do a reading for New York City as it pertains to Mom Donnie's election. How will his mayoral stint affect the average New Yorker? But let's start with you guys. Doesn't matter where you are in the country, the state. What's going on? What important message does Spirit have for you guys? What does he want y'all to know at this time? What does Spirit want y'all to know at this time? Why did I say he? You guys could be waiting for a message from a male. Some information from a man, boyfriend, some communication from a guy. But let's go back to Spirit. Align and protect. Okay. You are being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It is okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It is important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. Align. You're being asked to align with your current situation. Even if it's not easy to do so, trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, and trust. So, some of you guys are not currently in the position to do more than you can. You may feel helpless in some regards, as far as being able to help other people or to help yourself. There could be feelings of guilt or like powerlessness, like I could be doing more. What more can I do to help my family, my friends, my community, my coworkers? There's a sense of frustration, not hopelessness, but helpless. Like there's some, you guys are very empathetic. You guys are very empathetic, but you may be giving more to people or giving to people who have more than you. There's a possibility that some of you guys are giving to people who don't really need your help. And by doing that, you are you're sabotaging yourself in some way. You're compromising yourself in some way. You are getting out of alignment in a sense that you can't do the things you need to do for yourself because you're always considering how it's going to affect somebody else. This could be imposter syndrome. If you have something, the people around you may feel entitled to it, or you feel guilty that now that I got it, I have to share with the family, with friends, or whoever. Otherwise, they won't like me anymore. Otherwise, they don't think that I care about them. They think I've changed. So because you're a very protective and nurturing person, the universe is asking you to protect and nurture yourself first before you offer any support to anybody else, especially during this time period. So if you're in a situation that's quite abundant, right? New job, new opportunities, but people around you are suffering because of the government shutdown. You may feel compelled to help the people in your family or your inner circle. If you do that, don't do it at the expense of your own security, prosperity, and your own lifestyle. Like, don't help these people to the point where you can't even function on a daily basis. You can't even help yourself. For example, this is like offering babysitting services to a relative, but you have a full-time job. And so your full-time job ends at 8 o'clock at night, and this relative needs childcare from the late hours of the evening. Like, you're not going to get any sleep. Don't inconvenience yourself trying to help people who do need help, but it's not your responsibility to save everybody. And if you are offering some support, do it in a way that is sustainable. Do it in a way that's responsible, and try to be more resourceful. Don't just throw money at the problem or time at the problem. Try to find other ways to help people solve their issues, or be of support. You guys could be an Aquarius, someone a rising sign, a Scorpio potentially. Protection is about family. It's about community. It's about relationships. So some of you guys are in a great position financially, but people around you are struggling. A lot of people are struggling, right? With the government shutdowns and everything else. So suppose you're the only one in your immediate family who has a well-paying job. Like you're getting paid lots of money. There could be some entitlement or expectation that you'll help out the people in your circle, which is fine. I don't think you should let them suffer at all. I would do the same thing, but don't do it to the point where you're resentful, where now, you're missing out on opportunities because you've lent out so much money. So suppose you want to buy a house and you need a certain amount of money to buy a house within a certain amount of time. And so for 6 months, you're giving your family all this money. By the time a great house comes to market, this is the perfect house. You don't have enough saved because the people you loaned money to didn't pay you back. And now you need more time to get your bag up for that house. So don't inconvenience yourself trying to protect yourself from other people's jealousy, envy, attitude problems, entitlement. You have to protect yourself to align with your blessings. You have blessings coming your way. Doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. That's not what's happening. Everybody has their season and their time, and perhaps you are the person meant to help your family. But again, help them in a way that's sustainable for you, okay? Don't just throw money out there at them. If you are giving them money, make them maybe work for it, right? Have them do things for you to make it easier for you to make money to help them out. So suppose you got children and, you need childcare, or suppose I don't know what you have going on, but suppose you have a situation where you need to spend money or resources. Pay the people that you're helping out to help you do that so you can make more money, right? Pay them to help you make your life easier so you can make their life easier. It shouldn't just be you giving out and you're not getting anything in return. That's not happening. So, okay, let's get into what's going on I'm getting Aquarius energy. Star card, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, 2, 3, 4 of Swords. No, I'm sorry. 5, 6, 7 of Swords. What's happening for the collective? What's happening for the collective, please? Give us some insight. Collective, what's happening with you guys? I need one card to get this started. The Death card, and this is reversed. Okay, this is an ending. You're going through an ending, a culling process, removing people from your life, a change of perspective. This is winter season. You're going to have to cut your losses. So before you can fully experience and embrace this abundance coming your way, you're going to have to cull or get some people out of your life, get rid of some dead weight. It's almost like clearing out the dead brush in the forest every season to prevent a forest fire. So to prevent situations from going from bad to worse, especially now at this time when the economy is kind of rough, if you are doing really well, make sure that you surround yourself with people who want the best for you, not with haters. This is a time for you to be discerning, to be responsible, to be wise, to be strong, and to be confident in your decisions as far as who you want around you and who you want in your life, because abundance is coming towards you. But you're not going to be in a good position to receive it if you have dead brush around you, waste around you, whether it's negative thoughts, negative attitudes, old emotional baggage, people, just mental stuff. It could be mental baggage, emotional baggage, friends, co-workers, haters. You got to clear this out. Everything has to be cleared out. This is a scythe, which is used to cut things down, remove things, clear it out. This is in the upright or reversed. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. It does not matter. I think this card was designed that way for a reason. So this is before you can get to this point where you can see the sun, where you can embrace the new beginnings and you can, proclaim victory. You got to cut all this dead brush out, and you're entering a period of actually, you're already there. These things have already died. These people have already shown you that they're not worth your time, your energy, or your resources. They've already shown you that before this season that you're coming into. You've been here for a while, actually. You've been here for months or years. So now you have to start cutting the fat even more. It's like getting rid of the dead bodies, burying them, getting rid of the weeds and the brush and the trees that have died years ago, clearing it out. Because it's making it hard for you to make progress. They can't come with you in this new cycle. Whatever this is, you have to cut down or cut back or remove. It could be experiences, memories, fears, anxieties, feelings, people, expectations, trauma, pain, whatever this is, get rid of it because it's going to get in your way. Six of Pentacles reverse, right? You don't have enough to give, or in the past you gave so much you didn't even have enough for yourself. You're the kind of person who will give your last to a loved one. You will make sure that the people around you are okay and they're doing better than you. It's like you're going to sacrifice your career, your sleep, your food, your rest, your money to help people who will end up in a better position than you. I mentioned this for Taurus the other day, the Taurus reading. For people who will be in a better position than you at the end of the day. So your life is being stalled or delayed because you keep helping out people who are not considerate of your own life, of what your needs, of what you want for yourself. So these people or these emotions are pulling you out of alignment. And death is all about aligning with the truth. It's about aligning with an ending, making peace with an ending so you can move forward, learning from the past and moving on. I think you're already here. I think this scythe is very sharp. You have learned over the past 8 years especially, maybe longer, who you can trust, who you can't trust. You've learned how to let go of people who have never meant you well. You're not going to have any more guilt about being prosperous and happy and fulfilled while people around you are not doing as well. You'll help out as much as you can, but you're not going to get to the point where, like before, you would sacrifice your security, your resources, your money to help these people out, and they wouldn't do the same for you. This is, I think, where you are right now. You're coming to the end of the cycle. The Four of Pentacles. This is reverse. Letting go. But this is actually upright. Poverty, consciousness, penny pinching, afraid of. There's a fear of success. Your fear of success, your fear of other people being jealous of you is preventing you from being abundant. You guys may have had financial issues for a while because your perspective or attitude about money was negative because you were afraid that people would be jealous of you if you had more money than them and you weren't helping them out. You've sabotaged yourself in many ways. Your attitude of money is very negative or a very limiting attitude. This could also be the end of you having to penny pinch, you having to worry about money. That's over as well. This is like clearing out whatever this is. Whatever cards come after this is what's being cleared out. This attitude is being cleared out. I don't have enough money, or it's not even an attitude, it's a reality. You guys, this is 6 of Pentacles in reverse and the 4, 10 of Pentacles. Family and friends draining you of your time, energy, resources. So you're giving them 6 and you only have 4 for yourself. You're giving them 6 and you only have 4 for yourself. You barely have enough to take care of your own bills, and you're taking care of this person, that person, that person, that person. Feeling guilty if you don't do it because that's how you were raised culturally or socially, or just that's just the way you are. So you're getting rid of that. The World card reverse, right? And because of this, you were not able to take advantage of new opportunities. You were stuck in an old cycle. The World is reversed here. Death card is also here. So this is something that's over. Something is over. But are you reviewing it? Are you assessing it? Are you evaluating it? What is happening here? This is being looked at. This death person is looking at the past. Like these are repetitive cycles, doing the same thing over and over again. The World card, not learning from your past mistakes, repeating the same cycles with the same family members, doing the same thing you've always done since you were a child or whatever. Not learning from your mistakes. What's happening after that? The 4 of Swords, arrest. This is upright. Healing. You go from 4 of Pentacles to 4 of Swords. Getting some sleep. This is a very peaceful sleep. And this card, yeah, I'm glad y'all don't have this. This is reverse. This is a disaster. They look horrible. But this is like you're finally able to rest peacefully. After you clear this out, you see winter turns to spring. This death person, the death card, has done all the culling, all the cutting, all the cleaning and clearing away, and now they're sitting there to rest. You see this new grass coming up here. This is new life, new opportunities, new experiences. This is something that's budding and growing because you've done the work. I think you've completed this process already. You have completed this death process already. You've been here for a while. With the World card reversed, you've been here for a long time. The Page of Swords upright. This is some sort of communication, a message. You are learning how to communicate with people in a very clear and concise way that will help you to accomplish whatever this goal is. The goal is peace. The goal is alignment. The goal is for you to protect your resources. You'll be honest with them about what's going on. Okay, guys, I can help you with this, that, and the third, but I have a limit. Don't ask me for more than this much money per month. I can only help you 1 day a week. I can only give, be very clear, precise, honest about what you're doing. I need rest. I'm not going to be here for you doing whatever in perpetuity. Right? You don't have unlimited access to my time, energy, resources. 4 is about stability. Your mental stability is strengthening because you're healing, you're resting. You're resting after this very tumultuous period of not ever having enough, giving more to others than you have to yourself. The Knight of Cups reverse. Yes, pouring out, not being too generous. Stop. This is like a bleeding heart. Believing people's sob stories. This cup is being poured out. I'm not saying you don't care, but you're putting yourself first this time. You're putting yourself first. The Knight of Cups is like a very empathetic, compassionate person. They're offering a cup of love, of an emotional expression. You're not dealing with it. This could also be a Pisces person. that is pulling away from you in some way. 5 of Wands. Fight, battle, a conflict. You're victorious. This is a good thing. They're smiling. So these are two people who are getting stronger. They're protecting their boundaries. They're defending themselves. They're learning how to have boundaries. They're learning how to defend themselves from haters. So this is you like not being as nice as you usually are. Or not, I would say nice. Not being as much of a pushover as you used to be. Because you're not nice when you let people take advantage of you. That doesn't make you nice. That makes you kind of silly, right? So you're not going to play Mr. or Mrs. Nice Guy anymore, or Mr. or Mrs. Bleeding Heart anymore. You're not going to give more to others than you give to yourself. You're going to put yourself first. You are protecting yourself and your boundaries. And the people who really care about you, they respect that. Because they know what you've done for them for years, and they know how you feel, and they respect it. Let me get one more card for the collective here. The Tower. It is upright. So, by doing all of this, your security and stability is assured. You are building something for yourself. It could be a business. You're building a new foundation. This reverse is a fire. Something's burning down. Now, Uranus is going retrograde into Taurus. And it's going to be opposing the Sun in Scorpio and conjunct the full moon in Taurus. So this could be like, this is a crisis averted. Things could have been much worse than they are. Something is saved in the nick of time. By you protecting your boundaries and protecting your peace and not being too nice, you're going to avoid some sort of disaster because you respect yourself enough. It's like, okay, you're not going to be in a position to be hurt or taken advantage of by people because you've cut these people out of your life. So suppose you're doing great, you're making tons of money, life is going well, but you have haters around you and you don't know this, or you're too afraid to cut them off. When opportunities come your way, they could start this kind of mess in your life, right? They could do something to betray you. They could do something to hurt your progress, to sabotage you, to attack you in some way, like Shanquella Robinson, right? Something like that, where you have people who are in your company, your midst, in your social group who don't really like you, but they're using you for what you have to offer. Once you cut them off and set strong boundaries, when positive things come your way, those bricks are going to be used to build this fortress. So your opportunities will be used to build up your life as opposed to tearing you down. So some people will use your resources, your money, and your time to destroy your life. They'll feel so entitled to what you have that they'll take everything from you until you have nothing left. This time you are going to be investing all your time, energy, resources into what you want in life, your stability, your security, your foundations, and this is going to be much stronger. Your life will be much stronger, more stable, more secure. Okay? The Fool card. Yep, breaking away from people in the past. A whole new beginning. The World card is reversed, but the Fool card is upright. So that's the reason why the Fool card is upright, because the Death card was successfully completed. You finished this cycle. I don't know what it was, but you don't have people around you at this point, or you're not going to have people around you at a certain point that can sabotage your progress. You're going to become not an asshole, but you're going to be more protective of your resources. Period. And you're also going to clear out some of the negative attitudes and behaviors that led to you being in this space in the first place, where you did not have enough for yourself, but you were always giving other people. Let me get another card for you guys. Get the Mystical Shaman Pocket card. Let's start. So this is a very good reading. We have how many major arcana? 1, 2, 4 major arcana out of 10 cards. That is 40%. That means that you guys are %60 done with this, or 40% done with this cycle. If you follow my advice, you'll be at the Tower and the Fool card. The Tower upright. Reverse, this is a burnt tower. Your whole life's going to fall apart if you don't make space for yourself. If you don't leave anything for yourself. If you give everything you have to the people around you, you'll end up homeless on the street because you won't have enough money to pay your bills. You'll be in debt. So, God forbid, you have a great job. You're helping out all your family members and friends. You're taking money out of your 401k to pay for this person's car note, this person's house, whatever. You lost your job or you're furloughed. Those people will not be paying you back. With the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles reverse, they won't be paying you back. Not on time. You could end up effed up with a burnt down house. No place to live. Just messed up because you loaned out so much money. And then the people who you loaned money to are looking at you with an attitude like, why are you in my face? What are you asking me for? So you got to put that, take that cup away and nurture yourself first. You have permission to do that. Now, you can't help other people if you don't help yourself first. You have to make sure your cup is full before you give to someone else. But this time you're pouring out your cup. You're not going to give to people who have never given to you. You're going to stop giving to people who've never been there for you or who don't care about inconveniencing you with their requests, with their issues, with their irresponsible behavior. You'll protect yourself. Okay, let's see. Completion, death, and the World card. And the Rainmaker, number 42. Number 9 is completion. That's the Hermit card. 9 is also Mars energy. Where is Mars in your chart? That can give you some indication. 9 is also a number of endings, spirituality, humanity, completion. All things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life, the seed, the flower, and the fruit, and all of human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. Death into this Tower and the Fool card. Finally having stability in your life. Finally feeling safe and secure in your own body and your own skin. Having a place to call your own, or having a nice amount of money in your bank account without feeling, indebted to anybody else or obligated to anybody else. You're free of some sort of familial obligation. The invitation. You have finished a cycle and there is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. These old weeds, old brush, old leaves and trees that have died a long time ago. This is an old cycle you were in. You have been going through this for many years already. Don't try to bring these people back. Your life is going to get much better. Do not bring these people back to celebrate your success. Don't do it. If they have not been in your life for years and you don't know what's going on with them, they haven't checked in on you, do not try to bring these people back in from the past to celebrate the new you. No, let them stay gone. Let the past stay where it is. In regard to relationships, it is time to honor what has been and find a new form, the Tower and the Fool card, for the future. In your ventures, it is time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time of celebration. It's the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. And this card looks like spring and summer here. Also this card. This is winter. You've been in winter for a long time because you've given more to others than you have given to yourself. You've given when you can't even afford to give. Like, you gotta borrow money from people to pay your bills because you've given out so much money to people who have never paid you back. Something like that. It wasn't fair. Clinging to the old form will bring only decay. When fruit is left too long on the vine, it rots. You know that it's time to move on. Death card, yet you're reluctant. World reverse. Do not be afraid of hurting anyone's feelings. Knight of Cups reverse. Pouring out your feelings. Not because you lack empathy, but because you're trying to nurture yourself first. You have depleted your resources. Somebody here is depleted. Four of Pentacles. That's why you're so tired. Four of Swords. Now you have the opportunity to rebuild your life, and you can't do it with leeches or parasites or users. Okay? Remember, you are responsible for your actions, not the actions of others. It is okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, to set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Mourn what is lost, the Death card, so you can move on. Do not be sad. Like the sun at midday that shines brightly, this sun here. Neither longing for sunrise nor dreading the dusk. Okay? Do I need another card? Let me get this card here. One more card, please, for the collective as it pertains to this message. Thank you so much, Spirit, for your support and your guidance. What else does the collective need to know about the situation? You are blessed. You are abundant. You're full. You guys are blessed, abundant, and full. You are the security that you're looking for. You're the love you're looking for. You have everything you want and need within yourself. You don't need people to approve of you. Like, you don't have to take care of everybody. That's not your job. It's okay to take care of yourself first. If you don't have anything, then you can't help anybody. One card, please, for the collective to help expound on this message. We have workaholic, Six of Pentacles. Could be Sag energy. You guys could be Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, rising signs. The workaholic card, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Working hard, but nothing to show for it. Basically, you're always working. You always had a job, or you've always taken care of yourself, and then the people around you did not reciprocate. You were always giving, and you didn't receive anything back. A lot of times workaholics, they work very hard because there's something empty inside of them. They're trying to compensate for something. So you guys may have overextended yourself with people to overcompensate for a feeling of guilt or shame or insecurity. So you kept working to prove your worth to these people by sacrificing everything, and they didn't care. Once you make it to the next level and you've successfully overcome this issue and you've rebuilt your tower, your fortress, do not let the past back in. The Fool card. They didn't call you before. They didn't reach out to you before. They didn't care what you were struggling before. They didn't repay you before. Don't let them come back now. They're not your friends. Or they don't care about you as much as they say they do. Do I need another card? I think I'm going to leave it there. You know what? I'm going to get this card. Let me get a Cosmic Record deck card for the collective. Thank you, Spirit Guides. And then I'm going to do the New York City Mamdani reading. More advice for the collective. More advice for the collective. What else do they need to know? We have step boldly. Staying in your comfort zone limits your options. Take the leap, and the world's complexity and diversity will bring you more unexpected rewards and surprises. And these are not bad surprises. So there's something coming your way. And this person has their arms outstretched, ready for these new opportunities, these new experiences, this new abundance, this flow. The reason why her hands are open is because she's not holding on to the past. She's not holding on to lack, pain. She's vulnerable. She's receptive. This is the Fool card. She's open. This is a whole new beginning. She's unencumbered by anything. She doesn't have a bag with her. Her hands are open. She's left the past behind. There's nothing holding her back at this point. She's free, okay? So you're free to do whatever the hell you want to do with your money, with your time, with your resources. You don't owe anybody. You don't. You never did. But you've paid off some karmic debt already. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening. Look forward to your feedback. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.